All right, let's get started. Welcome everyone to
Great.
the Pixel Starships 2 developer AMA session. This will probably be the last AMA before the Kickstarter runs close. So firstly, thank you to everyone who has supported and backed the project and made it become a reality. We really, really appreciate it. We're going to be spending a fair bit of time today going over just the basics and then spending as much time as we can to answer any questions that players might have, and I'll be directing them to Zin, of course. Zin is our lead developer and has been handling the Pixel Starships 2 development process. If I am a little slow to get to your questions, please excuse me. We will definitely try to address as many as possible, but definitely nothing personal. If I do miss them, just let me know and I can always reach out to you in DM. The Kickstarter is almost closed, however, there is still time to back if you haven't yet. If you are waiting for a bit of information, completely understand. Hopefully, we can answer your questions today and help out. Okay, let's get stuck right into it. So I'm just going to start with a
Awesome.
couple of questions, if that's okay. Firstly, thank you for your time and for being here, Zin. Are you doing well?
Yeah, thanks, Tom.
Excellent. And I hope everyone has been having a great Thanksgiving, if not, a great holiday period all around the world. The first question that I've got
Amazing.
is actually regarding some of the data that's going to be taking place on the alpha and beta versions of the game. So, a common question that we've seen is, will data be wiped after the alpha and beta has finished, or will it proceed into the live version of the game?
Yeah, I think we've had this question in before as well. So between the alpha to the beta, we may keep the data running. Definitely from beta to the soft launch and to the launch of the project, we'll be doing a full reset. Yeah, so the purpose of the alpha and beta is intended to test and get feedback for the game to put more features in, improve it. And we're looking to run this for quite a long duration for Pixel Starships 2. So the test data is not going to be carried across into production.
Oh, fantastic. Good to hear. So, no one's going to log in immediately and have a bit of an unfair advantage, but they'll have
That's
that
right.
knowledge, I suppose, from testing in the alpha and beta.
Exactly.
Okay, fantastic. Just to the next question, will there be three starting factions again?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Easy questions. So the same three factions are going to make a comeback in PSS2. We've also got the Gray faction, which was a locked faction in PSS1, but in PSS2 it's available, but it's a premium option. So it's available to Kickstarter backers, or there's maybe other premium purchase options to access that faction in the game.
Oh, fantastic. Now, a bit
So
of a connected
so
question, if I can. Will players' favorite characters also appear in PSS2?
Yeah, a number of those characters are already redesigned for PSS2. If anyone has a favorite character that hasn't been uh, copied across yet, please make some noise on Discord, and we'll do our best to make sure that's also there for launch.
Fantastic. Now, on that point, just mentioning Discord, when will the private backer Discord channel open?
Yeah, I think we're gonna create the channel on Discord before the campaign finishes, which is this weekend. Once the Kickstarter campaign wraps up, we'll be sending out some surveys to the backers so we can collect their emails and usernames, both for Discord and for the game, so we can allocate the prizes and give access to the Discord channel because it'll be per invite only.
Excellent. So that'll kind of be an exclusive chat. And if anyone, I suppose, has any issues receiving their goods, they can always just direct DM us directly or send us an email at mail@savvysoda.com. I'll post that in the chat once we finish the AMA.
Awesome.
Just on to the next question. Will there be Google Play exclusive achievements and Steam achievements for PSS2?
Yeah, very good question. Yeah, we'll definitely be linking our achievements across platforms. So achievements, they're mainly stored in the game, but depending on what platform you're playing on, we'll do synchronization into the storefront. So you can have your the badges synchronized to your Steam accounts and Google Play accounts. I think the other one is the the Apple one, the Apple Game Center. So we'll be synchronizing the achievements there as well.
Fantastic. Just on to another question. how will we be announcing any updates to the planet or space station system? So if we make any changes that players can decide or make any edits to their purchase content, will we announce that on the Kickstarter or somewhere else?
Yeah, so the planets and the space stations are very much work in progress, and we'll keep adding functionality to it. Any updates to it we'll post on the Kickstarter updates board, and also in Discord we'll reach out to anyone who's backed those planets. We'll basically be working closely with the backers on what kind of features to add. Planets, for example, initially the main feature is the resource harvesting. So that's going to go into the beta version of the game. It's not yet available in the alpha, but there is already some UI and travel elements built into it. But as the game develops, we'll add additional functionality to the planets. So we'll communicate those as time goes by.
Fantastic. Now, this is a bit of a personal question. Does this mean that those valued supporters are able to choose the names of the missions or anything like that? Perhaps some of the content?
Yeah, I don't want to make any guarantees because the mission is primarily tied to the storyline of the game. Um, I think there can be a bit of influence or suggestions from the planet owners, but we can't guarantee if any of those story will be pushed through into the final product. And also for the plan in the case of planets, they're randomly allocated to the players because the planets in PSS are obviously based on real world planets. There's you don't get to design the planet content. For space stations, however, there will be you can choose where the space station is.
Thank you for that answer. Now, I've seen this question pop up a few times, so I'll just have to note it again if that's okay. I apologize. Players are noting they'd like to know when we are going to transfer the Starbucks from earlier purchases from PSS1, and just to confirm the date that any purchases made in PSS1 will have their Starbucks transferred into PSS2.
Great. Yep. So for the transfer of Starbucks, that's once PSS2 goes online, and the date of purchase would have to be after 1st of October 2022. So that's when we'll be doing the duplication of the Starbucks onto the PSS2 accounts. Um, and for the allocation of the Pixel Starships 1 bonus Starbucks, that's at the end of the Pixel Starships to Kickstarter campaign. We'll be sending out the survey. I think we'll give it about 3 or 4 days for people to have a chance to fill out the survey. Once we've got most of the answers, we'll start issuing the first batch of rewards.
Excellent. And I think we'll
Yeah,
also be announcing pretty much everywhere, including our social media channels, when the surveys have gone out, just to make sure everyone's aware and available.
perfect.
Okay, let's see if we can move to some of the live questions. I've just got a
Mm.
question from user Razor Mackham. Are there any space stations left for purchase?
Good question. I think we still have some space stations available. I've got to have a check on the site as well. There has been quite a bit of activity. Um, Obviously, we had a very strong launch to the Kickstarter campaign. It's been a bit quiet during the middle, but the last day and a half has seen a again very quick pickup in the activities. Um, Let me have a look. So rewards.
Just while you're looking at
Uh,
that, I do believe you've posted a new video in a preview format in Kickstarter.
yeah, that's right. We've also got a couple more functions we want to show off, but yeah, didn't have time to include it in that preview video. If we have time at the end of the AMA, we can also dive into the game and do a real live uh, play loop. Yeah,
Oh wow, with pre-alpha. That'll be interesting.
yeah, maybe might not be the best idea, but we'll see how that goes.
Awesome.
Yeah, it looks like there are space stations available in the early bird tier. So yeah, please jump in and grab those. There's not many left by the look of it. Yeah.
We really appreciate the support, guys. Thank you so much. The next question comes from Spider Monkey Lax. He's just wondering what's going to happen with PSS1 after PSS2 officially launches, and I imagine that's the proper launch, not the alpha or the beta.
Yep, that's a great question. We've also addressed that all of the AMAs. So PSS1 runs as an individual product, and we'll continue running live ops and services on PSS1. It's obviously quite a different game, like a classic version of PSS that a lot of people enjoy. So I think PSS2, the functionality is going to be more focused on the live PvP setting and the planet interaction. Yeah.
Oh, that's great to hear. So just some posts from Kildare on behalf of the community. What's the state of group battles for PSS2? It's a common feedback point in PSS1 that players aren't totally happy with the system. We're just wondering if you're continuing the system in PSS2.
Sorry, what with the grid battle? That
Ground
wasn't.
battles, sorry.
Oh, with ground battle, yeah. So the ground battles are a completely different design in PSS2. It's not available in the alpha at this stage. We'll try and put that function into the beta, which will come probably 3 to 6 months after. Yeah, it's a more advanced feature we're building for towards the end of the test cycle. I think the focus in the early access, sorry, not early access, in the alpha access is going to be getting the feedback from players on what the backers want to see in the game and which areas we want to that you guys want us to focus on.
Oh, fantastic. That's actually quite exciting to hear. I think a lot of us are really looking forward to seeing that one. Just another question from the community in general, brought forward by Kildare. Thank you for this, Kildare. Will there be any new features for fleet versus fleet mechanics?
Yeah, that's we got some ideas, uh, very they're very out there ideas. It's not confirmed yet whether that's technically feasible. So uh, yeah, if we can support it, we're looking at supporting multi-ship battles, but yeah, no guarantees on that yet. We'd have to see how well it runs in a production environment.
Oh, that makes sense. Kind of need to do it step by step, I suppose, to make sure it's actually up to standard.
Mm.
Okay, if you do have any question, guys, please feel free to post them in the chat and we'll get to them as soon as possible. Apart from that, it's probably a good time for us to go over any of the latest additions to the game or anything you'd like to discuss in.
Awesome. Yeah, I can. If there's no other questions, we can do a play demo as well. That would probably be most interesting to viewers. So let me just
Yeah, I think
load it,
everyone
and
here
of
would really
course,
love to see that.
yeah, I'll stream the build across on YouTube, and yeah, so I don't think we can do a stream directly from Discord. Or can I? I could be wrong about that. Let me see if it is possible. Uh, if it is, it will be excellent. But if not, I'm gonna do the screen share elsewhere. Okay, there is an option. Let me see if this works. Uh, okay, it says I have to rejoin, so bear with me. I'm gonna quickly step out of the room and join back in.
Just a quick reminder as well, guys, if you do have any account related questions or questions you'd rather discuss directly, please feel free to DM myself or Zin or Kildare and we'll answer anything that we definitely can. So we're
Okay.
happy to help. Hey, Zin.
Hello. I think I'm back, and let me see if I can get this screen record going. All right. Just checking if anyone's able to.
Yeah, we can see that.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, this is the current alpha build of the game. We're planning to roll this out before the January alpha go live date to the backers. Um, So let's go through a couple of the new features in the game. Um, so firstly, we've got the layout option. You can this is new features from PSS1. Uh,
Is that
so
layout saving?
yep, that's right. So I can get a couple of the characters in different rooms. I'll get another uh, room installed, for example, the command center. Great. And and here I'll be able to actually save that layout and switch between the two layouts. So if I wanted to go back to existing old layout, I can do that, and all my characters are back. It just makes it much easier to test different strategies with other players.
That's a very
So
good point, Kildare. We should also mention that this is pre-alpha, so this isn't finalized, but it's definitely the direction we're heading in.
awesome.
Now,
Um,
it looked like there was limited slots there for layout saving. Can I ask how many that was? Was that four?
yeah, there's a set number, and you can be upgraded by research as well. So
Oh, awesome.
once you've reached the limit, you can go to a research panel and get additional slots. Yeah, so it should be more than enough to test the various functions with. I can go through the shop and show some of the other systems in place. So as you can see from the main shop, it's broken up into a couple of different sections. Some of these are pretty familiar, like the star bar where you can get recruit crew. But we've got a work in progress market. This is like a B2C market. You can buy directly from the shop. Something that a lot of players been asking for in the original PSS, just being able to quickly buy certain set of armor, pets, equipment. So you can now buy standard armor equipment directly from the shop. We've also got a lotto option where you can get a random item, and that will be coming not in the alpha but in the beta version. There's also the daily sales as well. So there's a couple of special options. The GBay is coming back. That's the player-to-player marketplace. And in the GBay, it's the designs changed from PSS1. So the prices are now consolidated based on the item you're selling. So if someone else is selling an item for a lower price, you'd always buy it at the lowest price available in the market. Just helps to avoid the market sniping issue we've seen in Pixel Starships. There's a different paint shop as well. So there's a separate sticker section and a skin section. Um, the the build will actually look different once it's ready, but you can switch the ship skins to different layouts. So I've got this like purple layout, and later you'll be able to decorate it with graffiti on the side of the ship. And of course, as you zoom out, you can also get different angles of the ship as well now.
That's very cool. And I noticed that
Yeah.
there's a lot of animations instead of please wait screens, which I think a lot of players will be very happy to see.
Yeah, and there's still a couple of please wait left in there. I think during alpha we're gonna see some feedback from players and uh, try and get rid of more of those as well. Um, can also go into the character management screen. So the various stats in PSS2 it differs a little bit from PSS1. You've still got your base stats like damage, but we've also introduced new stat types like luck, accuracy, dodge. This is a basic stats for the character. Then they've got four types of skills and four types of resistance in PSS2. So the skills determine how well the crew performs in specific rooms. So for example, engineering stat is going to help the crew operate engines better and reactors give a boost to certain room types. And for the resistance, there's four types of uh, I guess different damage types. So fire resistance, bio resistance, EMP, and cold. So these are the four main type of non-physical damage in the game. There's really a fifth type, which is just physical damage. The physical damage directly affects your dodge and HP, but these other ones have a additional buff uh, set there.
That's very cool, and we will have a full write up of everything available as well. One question, though, if I can ask, will there still be an all resist stat, perhaps a little bit lower than going for one stat, or not at this stage?
Not at this stage, but once you level up your character, you do have the opportunity to boost each of the stats on a level up. I'm gonna see if I don't have any
No one ready to
characters
level.
with a level right now. I can do
That's
a
okay.
battle and gain a level. This is obviously a test ship. So I can start a PvP battle and try and find a easy opponent. Actually, before I do that, I'll just go back. This is a new feature making it into the alpha build. We've got both a live PvP and the online offline PvP in Pixel Starships 2. This is not how the live PvP is going to run once we go to production. I think there will be a different setup once we go to production, but this is just to enable easier testing during the alpha. If there's another player searching live PvP, you actually be matched to them and do a online PvP with manual commands in real time. But I don't think anyone's online and searching for battle now, so I'll do the traditional battle and try and find a reasonably matched ship. And if I can't, I'll just have to OP someone. Okay, looks like I'll have to OP someone. There's only one ship available in dev at this stage. So you can see this is the new layout, the PvP battle layout. There's the minicamp on the left. Whoa, the sound is super loud coming through the speakers. So we now support three modes of navigation. Actually, let me turn the weapons off because it's so loud. But navigation wise on the ship, you can obviously see the other ship. That's my ship there, and here's the enemy. And we've got the minicam where you can zoom into the other ship. You can also especially on tablets and PC, you can have this split screen view as well. So you can actually see both of the ships at the same time. And you can then target just right here. Makes it really easy to control. Yeah, actually, luckily I've matched with a very low level ship, so I don't have to worry much about getting defeated during the demo.
It looks like you've
I'll
also got some avatars there in the top left and top right of the screen. Will they be customizable?
Yeah, so the character itself is representative of your captain character, but we'll be adding some decoration options to the background and also the borders. Most of those are customizable. The one thing that's not is a fleet banner. So your fleet will also get a custom banner, and that will also show on top of your avatar view as well. Cool. And there's another view as well, the classic PSS1 view where you can see the full screen and navigate back and forth. Yeah, down the bottom of the panel, I'll just do a quick overview as well. We've grouped all of the offensive weapons into one weapons group, and the operational rooms here are on a separate group. So these options are basically operational for your ships, like oxygen, engine, shield, and most of the time you can actually hide them and give yourself more area to just control the tactical areas. You can still readjust the power for each of the rooms here. And I think before we go to the full release, we are going to test a couple of different UI layouts. Some of the early feedback have been the power controls a bit small on the mobile version, so we might do a mobile specific UI to allow you to go change your power using another control here.
Oh, that's brilliant. So the
Yeah.
team will be very receptive to feedback from, in particular, Kickstarter supporting feedback.
Wow, hang on. Oh yes, that's right. The battle is timed out, so there's a bit of loud noise there, and Oh, there's a bug with the timeout as well. We should have gone back to the main scene, but it's taking a little longer than usual. All right, cool. There,
That's okay.
we're,
We only
we're,
got a
we're
short
back.
time left. So, just
Yeah.
another couple of questions if they've come up. Will the starships that you can choose for your ship hull be different to PSS1? It looks like they already are a little bit different in their looks.
Yeah, the design is a bit different. We've tried to take on board the essential concepts for the factions. So the pirate still has this like I guess a hybrid layout where we've got a bit of space at the back and a bit in the front with a
Hmm.
narrow middle.
Kind of horizontal, kind of
Um,
vertical.
yeah, and the Qatari still maintains this like triangular shape at the higher levels. The Federation's probably got a more standard rectangular shape. The more unique one will be the Gray faction that's got like this pyramid shaped layout, and yeah, that one looks quite interesting.
That's very
I, th- I
cool.
I think we posted some previews of that ship on the Kickstarter page as well. Yeah,
Awesome. The art team has been doing amazing. Can I ask too, just while
amazing.
we're looking into the Kickstarter and how we only have roughly 24 to 48 hours of the Kickstarter before the bonuses are gone, it looks like there's a
Yeah.
planet in the background there. Is that one of the planets that players can buy?
Oh, yep, that's right. So we can zoom into one. This is an example planet. Um, so yep, here is one of them. Like maybe I'll zoom back out and actually create a. I'll go into a different one. So here's an example of a planet. You can obviously travel to the planet here. I'm already at one of the planets, so let me see where my ship is. Okay, it's gonna take a couple of seconds for it to arrive. So once I actually arrive at the planet, you can actually land your ship onto the planet and do various different missions. Some of the planets are also a part of the daily and the story mission line. So you can see here. I'm in the Arcturus system, so there's three missions I can start. The difference in PSS2, you have to be at the planet before you can actually uh, start one of the missions. So I'll just wait until we land. Okay, there we've landed. Well, we've arrived at the planet, so we can actually like go to the surface of the planet as well. All right. So we're kind of like hovering above the planet. Once you arrive at the planet, there's the ground battles you can engage in, or you can deploy some harvester drones in the planet and come back and collect the resources at a later date. Yeah.
And when players purchase a planet, because these look very cool, will they be able to have any say into if it's a rock planet, if it's a gas planet, a jungle planet?
No, at this stage, it's just randomly drawn from the planet list. So you basically get assigned to one of the planets.
Ah, so it's
But all
luck
of the
of the draw.
planets have
That's cool.
yeah have much higher value than what is being listed for on Kickstarter. So we'll make sure that there's order of magnitude in value for any backers of the planets.
Oh, that's fantastic. And it sounds like anyone who's backed the project will still be able to provide feedback and that will be very receptive to that.
Yeah. And of course, I mean, it's a bit hard to demonstrate. I'm the only one online in the alpha build right now. Uh, the, the, the environment is another MMO similar to PSS1, and you'll be able to see other ships and captains traveling in the Pixel Starships 2 world. One of the things you can do that's new on Pixel Starships 2 is if you do see another captain, you can obviously talk and trade with them as you did, but you can also intercept them while they're online. So that's going to be quite an interesting mechanic. And that one is coming out after beta, so it's not in the alpha launch, but yeah, soon.
Oh, that's exciting. Will we still have events, tournaments, those kind of short term events in the game for players to enjoy?
Yeah, definitely. So the live services, that's not in the alpha and beta builds, but that will be released once we go live. At this stage, alpha beta is more focused around the technical systems of the game. So we want to get the feedback on what the players think about the various new mechanics. Yeah, so it's like for example, depending on where you place the rooms in PSS2, there will be a different stat bonus. So for example, the engine, if I place the engine next to the reactor, it actually has an operating efficiency. And
Wow, so there's a lot more strategic choice in how you place your rooms, not just trying to fit as much in as possible.
yeah, especially that comes out during PvP battle. Um, so if I do one more, I think I can squeeze in one more battle before we wrap it up. Uh, so again, I'll turn off these settings and hopefully not get killed. Uh, Actually, this guy has some weapons. I might be better if I destroy his mining laser first, so I don't get attacked and destroyed. Um, but you notice with each of the rooms in PSS2, there are door like security controls, so I can actually lock some of the doors up, and when the enemy boards my ship, I can lock them into specific rooms. Uh, the problem is, of course, if I lock the doors, my characters also uh, get get stuck in those rooms. But I've got different options to make the door either auto manage or using biometric, and these controls only work while the room has power. So once it's destroyed, they basically default to open state.
Will this be
Uh,
manual selection only, or will AI be possible?
uh, we do intend to have AI coupled uh, with the manual selection. At this stage, it's manual selection only. So, oh yeah, so both of those guys got locked into my trap. So here, let me I can do a teleport over to the other ship, and
Will the oxygen system be in the alpha?
yes, the oxygen system will be in alpha, so I can get my little llama guy to walk over to the oxygen room and destroy it. Um, so what happens once you've destroyed the oxygen room? You can see the oxygen starts to drain from these other rooms. The rate of drain depends on how many characters are actually in the room. So so this oxygen room is going to drain faster than the ones without characters inside. But there's still about a 60-second time limit before the oxygen runs out. So
Just as another question, as players have
yeah.
noticed, are those damage numbers?
Yes, that's right. So so we've got damage labels optional. You can switch it on and off using the controls. There's quite a few control options, so you can see where the characters are targeting, where the rooms are targeting, and information about the oxygen and the status alignments on the characters. So most of those are off by default, but uh, you can switch those on as well. And some of them get unlocked as you progress in the game. Ooh. So I think we're ran out of our 30-minute time slot, so I'll jump back into to our screen share and yeah, hopefully that was interesting for anyone who's was viewing.
Thank you for showing us that, Zim.
Awesome,
I'm pretty sure players really appreciate it. It was very interesting. I'll see if we
great.
can fit in a couple of questions, and then I think we'll have to call it there. However, guys, firstly, I'd like to thank Kildare for posting those links in the chat and answering questions. And thank you, Zim, for taking the time to go over this with the community. And thank you, of course, everyone for being here. If you would like to back the project, there is a link in the chat. We'll link it at the end of the AMA as well. And if you have any other questions or concerns that you really want to get addressed, just send us a DM and we'll respond as soon as we possibly can. A couple of quick questions to throw at you, Zin. What platforms will the
Perfect.
alpha be available on?
Yeah, so the original release was in January, but we'll try and push it a bit earlier. I know a lot of players were keen to get it as soon as the Kickstarter finishes, but we'll need at least a week or so to get the survey completed, so we can collect all of the emails, usernames, so we can send out the CD keys to the backers.
And super weapons. Will we see the same super weapons, different super weapons, more of that kind of room?
Yeah, we have additional types of faction-specific rooms in addition to the super weapons. So from level 2 of the ship, there's already faction-specific guns. The top level super weapons is not in the alpha at this stage. That's still being built. We planning to have similar functionality with those top level super weapons at this stage, but we're gonna take the feedback from the alpha and beta test runs.
Fantastic. Well, I'm afraid we're going to have to call it there, guys, because we've gone over time just a little bit. But again, thank you
Mm.
everyone for being here, and a huge thank you to all of the supporters that have made this project become something that we can work on and make it a reality. We really appreciate it, and we won't be letting you down. I hope everyone's really enjoyed this so far. Thank you for your time, Zin.
Thanks, Tom. Amazing. Take care, everyone.
Until next time, guys. See ya.
Bye.